Rightio. Let's check out the new look mobile touch scorecard. It's a new look based on your feedback, so a bit easier to read, larger text, and just easier to flow through. So let's open up Power BI here on the iPad, and we'll go to the Shared with Me section. So this is the new look Power BI, so it is a little different to navigate around. For those that may not have jumped in for a little while, previously you would have gone to the top left-hand corner to find the Shared with Me section. Now there's a range of icons across the bottom, and the second one from the right is it's like two people. So that's your Shared with Me section. So when we open that, you can see at the top is the cleverly named report Mobile Touch Scorecard version 2. If we click on that, it will open up the new Mobile Touch Scorecard. So very similar information in there, just hopefully a lot easier to read. So in the top left hand corner, you can see a more streamlined, easier to follow date box, so we can see the last date that it was refreshed on, so that's today's date. Shows you how many working days are in the quarter or the relevant period for that reporting page, how many days have elapsed, and that's the percentage of time that's elapsed in those days as well. Also calling out the total territory coverage and visits per day, and a breakdown by state versus the targets that we set. I've also added this page now seasonal activation, so these are your activation kits you get presented at BatChat, and we can see how many kits are remaining as highlighted in red, how many kits have been sold in, and as that bluey green color slides across, how many kits have actually been activated. So that way we can keep a top line cover or view on how the kits are going. Let's go to the scorecard page. Not a lot is different here. I've made the text bigger, ability to scroll up and down. We still see the number of active accounts you've got and how many of you visited, which gives us your percentage coverage score, how many visits you've made, and your average visits per day. One thing that is different is I'm combining in the indirect data from OnTap data, so we can actually see results as time goes by. So this is based on the time period of quarter 3 for F20. So this is from the 1st of October, so you can see how you're tracking along, and for that quarter, what we did last year, so you can see how we're tracking along there. This is only based on the BDEs that we report on in Mobile Touch. That does not include any holding accounts or anything like that. So this will update as often as I update the other reports, so it would be once a week. The next page is seasonal activation summary. Popular demand, kits allocation number is back in here, so we can actually report on how many kits are allocated out, how many kits have been sold in, and the percentage of that, and the same again for activated when you activate the kits out there. Across the top, you'll see that you've got the filters there to choose states, so we can look at particular regions if we need to, and you can also expand down each activity so you can see the BDEs that have kits allocated and how they're performing with getting it sold in and activated. We go to the next page. Here we get a little bit more detail. So across the top of this one, you can see each of the kits is listed, and then down the left hand side is the BDEs. Again, we can filter by region, so we can see individual areas, and then underneath each BDE name is the venues where kits have been actioned, whether they've been sold in or activated. Next one is visits per day this week, and then you have visits per day last week. And as we go across, the same for replications this week and replications last week. So that's where we're at with the new Mobile Touch Scorecard. That is available now in Power BI, so dive on in. Any feedback, any builds, anything else you'd like to see in there, let me know. And keep an eye on this for the next week, because I will be adding back in the TNT result pages, and anything else that's missing there, including I will be updating accounts not visited, which is, I know that's a big demand from people for a while now, so that'll be in there as well. So, but anything else you can think of that needs to go into here, let me know, and we'll get things updated.